Hello to all of my dreamers out there and welcome to my channel. I am the Channeling Goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing another dream interpretation. Now this one is definitely a short one. I think it may be 4 sentences long, but I think it is packed with some good information and we'll see what other things come through from spirit. Now, before we get started, as always, there are 2 disclaimers. First, these are my interpretations of my own dreams. So if you hear the interpretations that I am getting and you get a completely different meaning, then you are using these readings for the exact intended purpose. When I started this, putting my dream interpretations here, this is, the intention was so that other people can listen and maybe hear the messages that Spirit has given me and maybe take something from that, but also to have their own interpretation of what the dream could mean for something in their life, okay? Second thing is, if you are looking to get something that's more personalized or you want to make sure that you are in the right reading, I would suggest that you tap into your intuition. And one of the ways that I prefer to do this is by putting my feet in the grass and or taking 3 mindful deep breaths. This just helps you get more in tune with your own intuition and help you gather the information you need or be more willing to listen to what Spirit has to say to you, okay? So, like I said, this is a pretty short one. It's only like a couple of sentences. So I would definitely say to get your tea, your beer, your coffee, whatever it is that helps you to relax. And then we will get started, okay? So it says, in a dream, I was with a Black woman who wrote a really popular song and I had no idea that she wrote it. I end up searching the most popular song and the #1 song, which were all Christmas songs. And that is not something that I was expecting. The top song was called Bring Me a Snowman. I realized this was a manifestation love song. I was standing in front of my dresser drawer, pulling things out and manifesting through song what kind of man I wanted. I realized this song was designed to manifest white people specifically. Originally, I went to the list to play the song the Black woman wrote while we were there together, but that didn't happen. That is literally the end of the dream. That particular night, I think I had like 6 or 7 dreams. So let's start with the first one. And I'll decide because there's another short one in here that I might read to add to this. But let's deal with the first one first. So I was with a Black woman who wrote this really popular song and I had no idea she wrote it. To me, this is Spirit saying that I'm going to be in rooms where people have done some really beautiful things, and it is okay if I'm not fully aware of them, because I will not be aware of everything. But Spirit is saying that I am going to be in some rooms or dealing with people where they have done some very extraordinary things, and I might be learning about it for the first time. There's nothing wrong with doing my research, which is essentially what I did here. I went back and did some research trying to find the song. I even, was searching up the most popular song, and it seems like almost all of the songs were Christmas songs, and it's not something that I was expecting. To me, that's also Spirit saying that some of the things that these people in these rooms that I'm going to be in have done, I will be surprised how well connected they are. I will be surprised how much good or just things that they've done that I've benefited from or that I've seen, but I haven't been aware of. And then there was the top song was Bring Me a Snowman. I realized that this song was a manifestation love song. So the fact that, to me, the fact that it says Bring Me a Snowman, I think Spirit is also confirming that there is love coming in, but I need to be very careful on what I'm manifesting, because can you imagine dating a snowman? Like, can you imagine? I am not, I don't necessarily think I want to date a snowman. But it is a manifestation love song. And I think Spirit is also saying to me to be careful the words that I'm singing out loud, because I'm bringing that type of love into me. So be careful with that. And then I was standing in front of a dresser drawer, pulling things out and manifesting through the song what kind of man I wanted. I realized the song was destined to manifest white people, which kind of makes sense because of the snowman, right? And then, as I think I said, I went to the list to play the song the Black woman wrote while we were together, but that didn't happen. So apparently while we were together, this woman wrote a song as well. and I was trying to find that, but I didn't find it. I was still singing the original Bring Me, I guess it's Bring Me a Snowman, that love song. Spirit is telling me to, like I said, to be careful what I'm manifesting, to be careful what I'm putting out into the universe, because I don't know what I'm calling forth to me, right? So be very specific. I think I was having this conversation with someone else the other day, that when you are reaching out to the universe, you don't want the universe to fill in the blanks, right? You can't just say, universe, I want $1 million, right? And you can get it, but maybe someone has to pass away in order for you to get it. So usually, a simple way to do this without like causing any harm is usually saying something like, to the good of all and harm to none, right? People use that statement a lot. But be careful with what you're saying. Be careful with how you're manifesting. I think this is Spirit is saying that my voice is powerful, that when I'm singing, I'm manifesting things into my life. So be careful with what songs I'm singing, especially, and I don't think it's just the songs that you sing. I think it's the emotion behind it, right? If you are singing this breakup song and you have all these emotions because you're thinking about a previous relationship, that may that may be harmful to you, right? Especially if you're trying to be in a relationship where you're not breaking up and things are working out, right? So I think Spirit is just saying to be careful with the words that I'm using, the words that I'm singing, because not everything is meant to be sung. Even if it sounds good, not everything is meant to be sung. Be careful with my manifestations. Be careful with what I'm asking for. And I also want to say this because it's coming to my head while I'm talking, that it's okay to manifest something and then realize you don't want it. It is okay to manifest something and later on down the line, you're like, I don't know if I really want this. I don't know if this is something that I like. And it's okay to go back to Spirit and say, maybe I wasn't quite prepared for the consequences of what this is, but I want to try and manifest something different. It's perfectly okay to do that. You're human. You're allowed to change your mind. Okay. So we're going to shuffle these cards just to see if there's any additional messages. Spirit, any additional messages for us? We have the Badger, determination. Then we have the Seal, intuition. Wow. Okay. Can we get 2 more cards, please, in bottom deck energy? 2 more cards, please, Spirit. There's 2, there's 3. Eek. I don't know why I'm being called to show you this, but the fertility card came out as well. There were some other ones, stealth and magic, but for some reason, I was guided to show you the fertility card. Spirit, can we get, thank you. Okay. We have the fox, cunning, and then the dove, peace. Wow. Bottom deck energy is wisdom, the whale. Okay, so let's talk about it. That first card is determination. And to me, Spirit is saying that my determination and my perseverance to my craft, to what it is that I'm doing, is how I'm going to get into those rooms. Is how I'm going to be meeting people who have done some really, really great things. But also that determination also to me talks about the manifestation song, right? Making sure that I'm diligent and determined in what it is that I want. And this doesn't have to necessarily be love. This could be manifesting anything, right? But Spirit is saying the determination, the continuation is how you're going to actually get to what it is that we want. And then we have the Seal, intuition. Spirit is still telling me to trust my intuition, right? Part of me getting into these rooms, part of me, manifesting the things that I want is me trusting my intuition. And the sun just got brighter outside. It is a part of me trusting my intuition because I need that, right? Then we have cunning. Spirit is saying be cunning, to me, in this particular deck, this makes me think of having a watchful eye, having a strategy, a tactic on how you want to do certain things, right? Have that fire in your blood about, moving forward and having that determination, but making sure that you are moving forward in a different direction. I want you to notice how these 3 cards, actually this one as well, they're all turned this way. And I think to me, that's confirmation of my determination is really going to start to my determination and my will to want to be in these rooms, my will to want to do whatever it is that Spirit is calling me to do, to invest in my craft and to invest in the wisdom that Spirit has given me. That is really going to propel me forward. And then we have the dove, peace. To me, this is Spirit saying to me specifically that there are people on the other side who are looking out for me, even if I can't see them. They are guiding me. They are being my guiding light into these rooms. They are being my guiding light, making sure on the back end that the love that I'm manifesting is actually the love that is going to be beneficial to me, and not bring me something that I don't necessarily want. So to me, I get those little small nudges and reminders to make sure that I'm being specific with spirit. Make sure I'm being specific with the universe, because I don't want it to fill in the blanks, right? And I understand people like, you don't know how it's going to come. True. But I can also ask that with it coming, that no harm comes to anyone else in order for me to get it. And then the bottom deck energy is the well wisdom. Spirit is asking me to use wisdom in all things, to be more mindful about what I am doing. Also, I think this came out in another dream interpretation that I did about that stillness. To me, that's what this talks about. Even her being on this well, but in the sky, there's something about stillness that's going to bring in more wisdom, more understanding for me on my journey, and also down this path that I'm going down. So I think to me, the fact that determination is first and wisdom is at the end, to me, it's a combination of that, right? My determination is going to bring in wisdom. It is going to increase my intuition. And I just have to be willing to accept it and willing to listen. Okay. So this is all of the messages that I have. Like I said, this was a pretty short one. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me all the way to the end. And I will see you next time in our next one. Bye.